Hi, Rob Fletcher here with SDI 7 HIIT. Today I'm going to show you a combination. I'm going to give you progressions and I'll also give you modifications, so depending on what level you're starting at. Today's movement, this is from close quarters, so if someone were choking you or was pressing you up against the wall, I'm going to explain what to do in that situation. And then I always emphasize, your different mindset zones: red, gray, green, and yellow. You want to avoid being in the red zone, which is paralyzed by fear. You want to avoid being in the yellow zone, where you're overcome by fear and you just don't know what to do. You want to stay in a gray zone, a neutral state, and then ultimately going into the green zone, which is go. And the most important part to remember is to your target areas: your eyes, your nose, and your groin. So in any self-defense situation, of course, depending on your level of fighting ability and skills, I'm emphasizing the eyes, the nose, and the groin. So again, this is as if you were being choked. It could be a shirt grab, it could be a choke, it could be you're pressed up against the wall. And I really don't care what anyone says in that situation. If you are overpowered, to try to do anything other than to get that grip to loosen or weaken first before you initiate the next movement is sort of wasted time and energy. So I want to emphasize weakening that grip, because that person, as much as your adrenaline and your stress is over the top, they are attacking you, so they're at that same place, so we want to get them to loosen that grip. So the first thing, this is, if you're starting out, I'm going to give you the first skill, fighting skill, and then if you know this movement, I'm going to show you a progression. So again, you're pressed up into the wall or you're being choked. The first thing we want to do is we want to get this grip to loosen or weaken. So here, we're in close quarters, we're just going to pick that knee up and you're going to drive it right into the groin. Okay, so it's going to be 2 times. It's going to be 2 quick strikes. Immediately that grip, if you connect to the groin, is going to weaken. Once that happens, you're taking a step back. The left hand is coming up over the top and you're lunging straight into the face, right into the nose area, and you're coming back. So your first skill, and then like I said, I'll give you a progression, is this movement. From here, 1, 2, over the top, elbow strike is 3. If you're okay with that, practice that movement. I'm going to give you the next progression. So again, close quarters, they are choking you or grabbing you. You want that grip to weaken. It's 1, 2, over the top, into the face, and now we're coming in with the palm strike straight to the nose, and now we're going to spin 180 degrees with an elbow strike, and then back to this position. So again, for progression, we are here, you're being choked or grabbed. Get that grip to loosen or weaken, it's 2 knees. You're stepping back, arm whips over the top of their arms, lunging straight into the face with a direct elbow, and then a palm strike, you're spinning around with an elbow strike. And then back to a fighting stance. In a real self-defense situation, the objective, the goal is to get that attacker to be paralyzed through a strike, and then you escape the situation. Okay, so we'll go through that again. If you're just starting out, this is your movement. It's 1, 2, 3, elbow strike. If you're okay and comfortable with that fighting skill, your progression, you're adding the palm strike and the spin elbow strike. So it's 1, 2, elbow, palm, spin, elbow, and then back to a fighting stance. But again, in self-defense, it's not fighting stance. It's once you get those moves in, if that person is hurt, you're out of there. You're gone. So again, that's the skill, that's the movement part of it. Now I'm going to take you into your explosive strength movement. So again, you're doing the fighting skill for 60 seconds. Then you're going to go to explosive movement, where you are going all out. And again, I'll give you progressions, modifications, depending on your fitness level, on what you can do and what you're comfortable with starting out at. So again, the fighting skill, slower, Focus on the movement. Again, visualize this attack. Visualize what's happening. Premeditate an attack or a grab. Again, you're here. It's the two knees to get that person. You're hitting the groin. Now from here, that foot comes back, elbow strike, palm strike, spin, elbow, and then out. And now we're going to go into the explosive movement or the strength movement component of SDI 7.